On Halloween, Trump and she will meet face to face in Gyeongju, South Korea. The outside world is calling this APEC meeting a ghost festival summit, eerie and deadly. Right before the meeting, two ghost like names surfaced in Beijing. Former Foreign Minister Qin Gang resurrected, while Star Phoenix TV host Fu Xiaotian vanished without a trace. Is this diplomatic thaw or a political summoning? Don't miss the next drop. Subscribe and enable the bell. Big trouble is brewing. This Halloween, it's not just kids wearing masks for candy. Two leaders of the world's strongest powers, Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, are set to meet face to face in Gyeongju, South Korea. Observers are calling it the Ghost Festival Summit because it's bizarre to the extreme and chillingly intense. Before the meeting, China relations are frozen solid. During the meeting, both sides will probe each other's bottom lines, and outside the venue, Beijing suddenly conjures two ghost-like names. Qin Gang returns, while Fu Xiaotian disappears from the human world. Imagine this. On one side, Xi Jinping prepares to travel, seeking to mend the rift with the U.S. On the other, Qin Gang, once seen as Xi's diplomatic protege, suddenly appears in Beijing after 2 years off the radar. Even stranger, Fu Xiaotian, closely linked to him, remains missing, neither seen alive nor confirmed dead. Some say this isn't coincidence, but a carefully staged political summoning ritual. On the eve of the Ghost Festival Summit, these two spectral names are being written back into the power narrative. So the questions are, is Qin Gang's return a diplomatic signal from Beijing? What secret lies behind Fu Xiaotian's disappearance? And is this Trump, Xi meeting a thaw, or the final act before a rupture? Today, let's dissect the ghostly shadows behind the Halloween Summit. The Halloween U.S. China Summit. Diplomatic games on a ghostly night. From October 31st to November 1st, 2025, Gyeongju, South Korea, will host the APEC leaders meeting. U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping will hold a bilateral meeting. Coincidentally, the dates fall on Western Halloween, nicknamed Ghost Festival in Chinese cyberspace. A holiday of jack-o'-lanterns, candy, and masquerades has unexpectedly become the stage for high-risk U.S. China diplomacy, lending dramatic overtones to the encounter. According to U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, despite tensions over rare earth export limits and tariff threats, the meeting will proceed as planned. The Korea Herald, October 15, 2025, noted Trump briefly threatened to cancel. But the latest word is both sides restored the original schedule. In other words, even with relations taut, Washington and Beijing chose to meet over Halloween. More than diplomatic protocol, it's a duel of psychology and strategy. From the outside, this is not merely a key moment in U.S. China ties. It's a political and psychological chess match. As early as September, Trump said on social media he looked forward to a frank and direct talk, signaling to Americans that, however complex the global scene, he holds the initiative. For Xi, it's a trust test, proving that despite domestic undercurrents, China's diplomatic apparatus remains steady and controllable. Netizens joke this is a mask game of power. On Halloween, we face fear behind masks. At the table, Washington and Beijing will test red lines and weigh tactics. APEC topics span rare earths, tariffs, and the Taiwan Strait, each capable of jolting the global economy and geopolitics. This Ghost Festival Summit is a microcosm of U.S. China tension and a symbol of diplomatic mind games. Qin Gang's resurrection, a political ghost returns. On the eve of the Halloween summit, Beijing sent a startling signal. After 2 years of absence, former Foreign Minister Qin Gang was spotted at a diplomatic-adjacent event in the capital, eerily fitting the ghost motif. On October 8th, a blurry photo of Qin at the Beijing Music Festival spread online. The backdrop read October 17th, 2025, Kaho Center. Qin wore a dark suit and a red striped tie, looking composed, what many took as the first visual proof of his return. Before vanishing, Qin was seen as a central pick of Xi Jinping and, some said, Peng Liyuan. His meteoric rise to foreign minister and later state counselor was widely attributed to top-level trust in his loyalty and skill. His sudden disappearance, demotion, and quiet relegation shocked observers and triggered fierce speculation about elite power struggles. Commentator Kai Shin-Kuen claimed Qin hadn't fallen, but retired with vice ministerial rank. At former EU envoy Guan Qingyun's memorial on September 27th, Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hua Chunying reportedly affirmed Qin had no political or financial issues, only a personal entanglement, and has safely retired. This context highlights Qin's special position in the power structure. Foreign media speculate his return could be a political soft landing or a step to smooth U.S. China diplomacy, perhaps also an internal signal. Even amid storms, the door to his comeback isn't fully shut. A soft landing is not just personal rehabilitation. It's an institutional maneuver showing Beijing's attempt to balance foreign policy with internal control. A Halloween symbol, masked rebirth and diplomatic phantoms. In the same month Qin re-emerged, the Trump Xi Ghost Festival Summit was reinstated. The timing invites linkage. Qin once bridged U.S. China communication. His return, a diplomatic signal? Is Beijing laying a familiar face for resumed dialogue? There's no definitive answer. But diplomatically, Beijing is subtly trimming its hard-edged posture. From wolf warrior to steady wolf, Qin's reappearance may symbolize strategic retrenchment. For the U.S., the summit is doubly meaningful. Trump wants to show voters he can manage U.S. China relations, and he knows China's economic slowdown and domestic strains present a favorable negotiating window. For Xi, the trip is a confidence test, to show the world that even with fissures backstage, China's diplomacy is stable and under control. Qin gang's fall, Fu Xiaotian and the exposed affair. Qin's downfall was tied to an extramarital scandal. Financial Times previously reported that Qin's affair with prominent Phoenix TV host Fu Xiaotian precipitated his removal. The two met around 2010 in London. Qin was charged affair at China's embassy. Fu, fresh from Cambridge, was Phoenix's chief London correspondent. Their relationship deepened by late 2018, despite Qin being married with a son, per MFA records. In November 2022, Fu reportedly had a son in the U.S. via surrogacy, and multiple sources say Qin is the biological father. She hinted at the relationship on social media. On the day Qin became a state counselor in March 2023, she posted a baby photo captioned, "A victorious ending," stressing the father was not American and planned to return to China with the child. She also posted on Qin's birthday wishing father a happy birthday, saying truly loving someone isn't about hoping he soars. These hints were seen as barbs after Qin allegedly pulled back post-promotion, helping expose the scandal. Fu stopped posting in April 2023 and vanished around June, reportedly under investigation. Fu Xiaotian's mysterious disappearance. Known for Phoenix TV's Talk with World Leaders, Fu interviewed global figures and was one of China's most internationalized hosts. After her last public post on April 11, 2023, she disappeared without a trace, closely tied, many believe, to Qin's disappearance and removal. The case drew worldwide media and intelligence interest. Overseas outlets have suggested she may have been detained or placed under soft confinement for suspected leaks of state secrets. Others floated that she was tied to UK's MI6 or warned by Russian intelligence, none confirmed. After reportedly landing in Beijing on a private jet from the US, she was said to have been taken away immediately. Online reactions range from mockery to concern, silence like Peng Shuai. CCP hit her, but there's still no verified trail. Theories abound. Detention, soft confinement, even espionage allegations, no official confirmation. Fu Xiaotian, a media sphere taboo. In China's media world, Fu Xiaotian is nearly a taboo word. Her link to Qin dragged this diplomatic starlet into an abyss. They met in London over a decade ago. Qin was charged affair. Fu, newly at Phoenix's London bureau. The relationship quickly warmed. After 2018, Fu appeared frequently near Qin. In November 2022, she had a baby boy in the U.S. via surrogacy, illegal in China. She never publicly admitted it, but her posts all but self-exposed, baby photo on Qin's promotion day with victorious ending, then abrupt silence. She stopped posting in April 2023. By June, she was gone. No one can confirm her whereabouts. Most foreign media think she's under investigation, restricted, or compelled to leave. The baby is reportedly still in the U.S. Fu Xiaotian, red lineage tragedy and symbol. Born in 1983 to a red Chongqing family with veteran Red Army grandparents, Fu's elite education spanned BLCU, Peking University, and Cambridge's Churchill College, the archetype of establishment plus elite schooling. Smart, articulate, socially adept, she rose at Phoenix with dialogues with world leaders, becoming one of China's most internationalized female hosts. She once donated £250,000 to Cambridge, naming a Fu Xiaotian garden. Her social media showed private jets, haute couture, and a Rolodex of global VIPs, the classic Chinese power woman image. After she vanished, Phoenix fell silent. Her shows were pulled, profiles erased. A woman who could converse with presidents was seemingly deleted from the database mid-sentence. As Trump and Xi shake hands in Gyeongju, will Qin gangs return conceal unknown political minefields? How long will Fu Xiaotian's mystery persist? Imagine how many earth-shaking twists lurk behind this Ghost Festival summit. Might there be an unspoken link between them?